How can we insert new documents into a collection using the Mongo shell? Now that we learned about the object ID and its role, we can backtrack a little bit and talk about a scenario where we insert a lot of documents at a time, such as this command. When I try to insert a collection to a database that already contains the same documents, we get a lot of the same error. If we read what the error says, things may become a little clearer. The error says duplicate key error, followed by a namespace for the collection and the ID value of a document that we attempted to insert. The insertion did not succeed because the document with this exact ID value already exists. This is why we need to add the drop option. This way, we remove the whole collection before inserting it back, thus eliminating the duplicate key issue. Of course, importing entire collections is not the only way to insert documents using the Mongo shell. Another way is to use the insert command. As my first try, I want to see if I can replicate the duplicate ID error. Step 1. Connect to the Atlas cluster. Step 2. Navigate to the database that we need. Step 3. Get a random document from a collection. This is our first time using find_one. This function is good to have when you're looking for some document that matches a certain query, or to get a general idea about the shape of documents in a collection. This is a rare case because most of the time, when a collection is queried, the goal is to get all of the documents that match the query, not just one. Plus, when you get just one document, you don't know if this is the only document that matches the query, or if there are others. But this function is excellent for the purpose of this example, which is why you're seeing it now. Step 4. Copy this random document. Finally, let's try to insert it into the collection. See if we get a duplicate key error. It worked! We have a duplicate key error. The response tells us that the number of inserted documents after this command was 0, and there was a write error, meaning that writing this document to the collection did not succeed. Great! This means that we cannot insert documents with identical _ID values into the collection. What happens if we remove the _ID field and try to insert this document again? I just hit the up arrow on my keyboard to get the previously issued command. Then I navigate all the way to the _ID field and its value. Delete this part of the document that I'm trying to insert and hit enter. This worked, and the response from the database is that the number of inserted documents is 1, which is exactly how many documents we tried to insert. Let's investigate. I'm going to create a find query looking for all inspections with this ID and certificate number, just to be safe. Let's not forget to ask for the output to be pretty. The two documents look identical except for the _ID value. But we didn't add the _ID field when we were inserting the document, you might say. That is correct. We did not. However, it got added automatically upon insertion, and it got assigned a generated object ID value. MongoDB allows you to have documents identical in their content as long as the _ID values are different between those documents. MongoDB also allows you to prevent inserting identical documents if you choose to manage your database that way. To place restrictions on the document content that is being inserted, you can check out the MongoDB schema validation functionality, which is unfortunately not part of this course. The main idea behind the way that insertion and document structure in general work in MongoDB is that there is flexibility in how you choose to use it, and that's the beauty of it.